Warning. The following is a long list of warnings. If warnings offend you, do not watch this show. Warning. This show contains adult themes. If you are not an adult, do not watch this show. Warning. This show contains a lot of offensive language and may contain graphic content. If you're a Karen, do not watch this show. Warning. This show may contain shabby impersonations of celebrities. If you are a celebrity, represent one, or think this is unfair, do not watch this show. Warning. This show contains what could be seen as controversial and subversive ideas and opinions. If you can't handle differing opinions, do not watch this show. Warning. This show actively shows the consumption of tobacco, cannabis and alcohol. If this offends you, do not watch this show. Warning. This show may discuss topics including, but not limited to, those in the realm of politics and conspiracy theories in a politically incorrect format. If these topics offend you or make you uneasy, please do not watch this show. Warning. The producers of this show will do almost anything for a laugh. If comedy or extreme comedic premises offend you, please do not watch this show. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the producers, affiliates, ISPs, streaming platforms, advertisers, partners or alike.
Coming to you from an undisclosed location inside the beautiful land of the Blackfoot Confederacy and Treaty 7 territory, Big Nate Productions presents Getting Laid with Nate.
What is up? How's it going, everybody? We just heard that. Happy Friday, everybody. We got a good show for you tonight. Luke Hart is supposed to be dropping in any minute here, though. He's out at the lake, though, so we don't know. I don't know about the internet. We'll see. That beautiful song you just heard was written by my pal Elliot Ross, a.k.a. Moon Griffin. And he just put out an album today. And look at that. Bandcamp Friday ends in 2 hours, 56 minutes, and 34 seconds. It's a self-titled record. Yeah. 18 tracks. Some of them are shorter. I think it's an electronic thing. But anyway, shout out to Moon Griffin. Always awesome. I'm just going to check the chat real quick here. Oh, shit. I just turned Skype on. Fuck. There it is. Okay, see. Whoops. Oh, sheesh. Hilarious. Okay. Oh, here's Luke Hart. Hold on a second. Here's Luke Hart. We're going to admit him. I'll go back to... Oh, my gosh. There's so much stuff going on. I guess everybody can hear me. Nobody's going fucking... We can't hear you. Luke's joining, it says, allegedly. But I think his internet's just bad. I think his internet's bad and it's not going to work. While we're waiting for that to get sorted, I wanted to look up something else too. So I had this all set up, but I closed the window. I wanted to show you my friend Ange is doing some really awesome. She just opened this business up in Airdrie called Sweet Joan Company. They do all kinds of crazy plants. So yeah, look at this stuff. It's pretty nuts. But they just opened like a physical store. So spring is here. And, get your houseplant on. Clean up that dirty air you got to breathe in a house. Look at that shit. Wow. Cactuses. Regina internet, totally. Well, and he's like north of Regina. God, that's going to be even friggin' worse. Okay, well, I was thinking of doing this later, but considering what's going on here, let's check out a hot off the press. Oh, his Zoom isn't starting. Yeah. Well, thanks anyways, Luke. I'm going to text him. Thanks for the effort, buddy. Everybody give him a hand. Thanks for the effort. We got to dig a trench all the way out to his lakeside cabin and get some real internet put in there. All right, cool. Here's some pizza police.
It's on now? It better be. Having problems today. Okay, well, video's rolling. I guess we better get through it. Is it on now? We did 2 takes, and we weren't even recording. Pizza police. Special delivery time here on Pizza Police. Nick's Pizza. Check it out. Looking good under the hood. All right, everybody. Here we are, Pizza Police once again. We're across from McMahon Stadium, Calgary, Alberta, of course. We're here today reviewing Nick's Pizza, just down the road a little ways. We had to set up a little further down the road. Kids, craziness going on, but you know how we do this. Let's do it pizza right. Here we go. You have the right to remain choosy. Any sauce can and will be used against you. In the court of crust, let's dig in. I'm already dug in. This is like the 9th take. We're all very tired. But we're almost done. We're going to nail it this time. We didn't press record. Down to the bones. I don't do the bones, but I'm doing the bones. Bones are good on this one. They're real crispy. There you go. A generous amount of sauce. Sauce in every bite.
The flavor of that sauce is really nice. I didn't realize, but Papa John's was like in the parking lot that we're doing this in. We're not going there, we're going here.
Overall,
Very tasty.
I'm going to say 7, 8.
I'm going to say,
Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I know what you're going to say. 7, 6.
you know, that's exactly what I was going to say. How about that?
Pizza Police. 7, 8. 7, 6. Nick's Pizza. Get some.
I guess that's it. Goodbye.
You want to go through it all again? Movie magic. People asking us what are we doing? Eating. What's it look like? We're eating pizza.
We're eating pizza in the parking lot.
How do
we
you
got a
eat?
plastic barrier and we got an ironing board here.
Yeah. What do you do? Bring it home and eat it? What are you, weirdos? There's people walking by thinking we're crazy, just walking by, saying, who are these guys? But we're the Pizza Police. That's who we are.
I'll give you a couple stickers here.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
See you guys.
Thanks
Have
a
a
lot. I got to straddle this bag here.
I know how it is.
Oh, we didn't get Bob though, or whatever his name is. I guess we can figure out his name now. What's your name, sir?
My name's Barry.
Maybe he's like an angel.
What?
And maybe.
Maybe that's why I wasn't recording.
Send me an angel.
We remember you, Angel Bob.
Do it. Oh shit, everybody. Just a second. Stop freezing, slobs. Okay, thank you. And I was referring to the program when I said slobs. Look who I found, everybody. He's
Hi.
here. All right.
Hi, man.
Thanks for coming. That's great.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry I don't have my full setup ready here today. I ran out to the lake as fast as possible. I forgot the USB for my mic. I have my camera here, but I don't have a stand for it. I could try some weird shit.
Ah, fuck. It's all good, bro.
Right.
We're just having a hoot here on a Friday night. How's it going out in the lake there?
Oh, it's fine, man. Everything's finally warmed up. We were warm for like 4 days. All the snow melted, and then we got hit with a blizzard.
Sure.
It was ridiculous. It just buried us.
It's been fucking blowing wind out here for like 5 days. Like, you know, the annoying prairie wind.
Yeah.
Like the like, okay, we get it. Wind, you're windy.
Yeah, I know.
Got it. Like, fuck off.
We didn't even beards just doing this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just all up in your face. That's the only time I ever consider chopping it all off is when I'm at the dog park or something like that. It's just like I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I just won't.
Well, and not to sit here and bitch about the wind, but it's like it's really nice outside, but then you see the trees are just like ready to snap, and it's like, well, we can't really go outside. Like, fuck, we could get a widowmaker in the fucking head just walking outside. Anyways, I wanted to show you this happened. I was feeling nostalgic about my hometown in Oregon, and this didn't happen in my hometown. It happened kind of by it, I guess. But let's see here. Okay, there we go. There we are. So, oh, whoops! I just wanted everybody to see this. Much like my memes of the week, I'm just forcing people to watch what I want them to watch. So check this out.
It had to be said, the Oregon State Highway Division not only had a whale of a problem on its hands, it had a stinking whale of a problem. What to do with one 45-foot, 8-ton whale dead on arrival on the beach near Florence.
It had been so long since a whale had washed up in Lane County, nobody could remember how to get rid of one. In selecting its battle plan, the Highway Division decided the carcass couldn't be buried because it might soon be uncovered. It couldn't be cut up and then buried because nobody wanted to cut it up, and it couldn't be burned. So dynamite it was, some 20 cases or a half-ton of it. The hope was that the long-dead Pacific gray whale would be almost disintegrated by the blast, and that any small pieces still around after the explosion would be taken care of by seagulls and other scavengers. Indeed, the seagulls had been standing nearby all day. As everything was being made ready, we asked George Thornton, the highway engineer in charge of the project, for his final observation.
You gotta love the comedy. At least this guy is doing an effort to ham it up, right? Good old 1970. Oh.
There's nothing else you could do with that, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you try and move it with any kind of chains or anything, it's so bloated and soft that it'll just tear to shreds.
Oh, wait till you
Right?
see what happens, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm confident that it'll work. The only thing is we're not sure just exactly how much explosives it'll take to disintegrate this thing so the scavengers, seagulls, and crabs and whatnot can clean it up.
Is there any chance it might be more than a one-day job?
If there's any large chunks left, and we may have to do some other cleanup, possibly set another charge.
The dynamite was buried primarily on the leeward side of the big mammal, so as most of the remains would be blown toward the sea.
In theory.
About 75
Yeah.
bystanders, most of them residents who had first found the whale to be an object of curiosity before they tired of its smell, were moved back a quarter of a mile away. The sand dunes there were
on
covered
back
with
now.
spectators and landlubber newsmen. Shortly to become
Landlubber? Did you hear that
newsmen.
shit?
Yeah.
The blast blasted blubber beyond all believable bounds.
Here we go.
Did you get a wild?
Gosh, I wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah, this is
I got tips on these things. You son of a bitch.
All right, Fred, you can take your hands out of your ears.
You can take your hands out of your ears.
Here comes pieces of
Here
Our
comes
camera stopped
pieces of
rolling
it.
immediately after the blast. The humor of the entire situation suddenly gave way to a run for survival as huge chunks of whale blubber fell everywhere. Pieces of meat passed high over our heads while others were falling at our feet. The dunes were rapidly evacuated as spectators escaped both the falling debris and the overwhelming smell. A parked car over a quarter of a mile from the blast site was the target of one large chunk. The passenger compartment literally smashed. Fortunately, no human was hit as badly as the car. However, everyone on the scene was covered with small particles of dead whale. As for the success of the effort,
Not the whale.
seagulls who were supposed to clean things up were nowhere in sight, either scared away by the explosion
No
or
kidding.
kept away by the smell. That didn't really matter. The remaining chunks were of such a size that no respectable seagull would attempt to tackle anyway. As darkness began to set in, the highway crews were back on the beach burying the remains, including a large piece of the carcass which never left the blast site.
Oh, that's the end. That fucking what do you call that machine he was running at the end there? It had no roll cage on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you gotta love 1970 America.
Yeah.
That's
There was plenty of people lining up for work back then.
yeah, no doubt. Okay, so we'll do this real quick because Luke, he's got cognac to get back to and stuff out of the lake there. So we're gonna do Nate's memes of the week, and then I'll throw up the old interviews after that. So.
Great. Let's do it, buddy.
All right. Oh, wow. I had some repeaty shit going on there. Oh, yeah. I know what I did. Sheesh. Okay, cool. Yeah, Nate's memes of the week, everybody. So we're back to this guy. All right. If anybody wants to get this printed for me so I can hang it at my house.
No, you should get an all over print t-shirt with that.
Or a jumper. Like
yeah, there you go. Obama can be over your heart in the background there.
Yeah. I wanted to get the Kim Jong-un one, too. I saw one of those. Production nightmares. Oh, shit. Yeah, should have checked, eh?
Oh, my God. I wonder if that guy's okay.
No, that guy is for sure dead. I don't know. It kind of looks fake, though. That could be a fire. You would think the handles would be burned to fuck.
You think so, though? Depending on how much is hooked up to there.
Interesting, yeah.
It might have just blown up in his face, and if he wasn't grounded, he would have been okay.
Oof. Worst buy. Made with real bits of childhood trauma. Ben and Jerry's custardy battle.
I love that. That's great. Custardy battle.
Food in places it shouldn't be.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what that would do. That'd be all intake, so it would just keep it really cool.
Yeah, I think it would just fuck your beamer up.
Yeah.
You have bread in your radiator, sir.
What is this, Seinfeld, when they put it all under the hood of the groceries? And then it was
Oh, yeah, right. Totally. Slavro Levine. Discount match. Too funny. Yeah, again, I'm just forcing everybody that didn't, you gotta. Anyways, I'm just forcing you to watch my memes. That's all this show is. Please. Oh, this is a new one I started following. Please stop hitting on my mom in front of me.
Oh, God.
Anyways, that's fucked. This is another one from the same. Oh boy. I'm glad this isn't a podcast again. Oh yeah. Get out. How creepy is her fucking husband, eh?
No kidding. Well,
he's so bad they won't even put him on money.
No. No, I don't think. Well, she's not going to let anybody else be on shit.
I think Canada should take the Queen off their money. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, well, that's been a long time coming.
Wrong meeting. Discount mashups. Wheezy E.
That's great. I love that.
Suez Canal cosplay in Russia.
Okay.
Squatting Slavs in tracksuits. That seems like so long ago, but that just got like figured out on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The only meteorologist you can trust.
El Nino.
Food in places it shouldn't be. Tomato ketchup.
Oh, yeah.
Yum.
That's decent. Actually, I'd love to do that. Just fuck with somebody's entire house with that shit. And be like, what? It's all clearly labeled.
Yeah. You got to read, man.
Yeah. Pay attention in your own home.
There we go. Sorry. I'm also the editor. I'm in the credits. There we go. Cursed images.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this from?
No idea.
You think like maybe this is just some rich guy partying in COVID and he never had friends to begin with anyway, so he just... Do you think, or are these all in his likeness?
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet you. I wonder if he's
here.
egotistical enough to make every mannequin in his likeness and go on a party with them.
Well, do you remember when they were doing the softball game or all those baseball games in Korea when they first opened up?
Yeah.
And they were like the first ones to be put in the cardboard and the stands and all that shit.
Right. Yeah.
I wonder if that's what's going on here.
Yeah. He's flying all of his mannequins. It's probably cheaper to do it this way than to pack them freight.
Yeah, a plane ticket's $500, but you have to buy 30 more tickets at $1 each.
Yeah, you just get a chartered flight and just put them all in the seats.
Cursed food.
You know, can you imagine being the guy that actually went after a bite for that? And then it actually went up, you'd feel like such an asshole. Like, how fat would you feel if you went to... Oh, my God.
Yeah, dude. Production nightmares.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
where was that?
It looks like Buffalo. There's a Buffalo Sabres logo up on top.
Oh,
there.
yeah. Holy shit.
That's a fucking jumbotron, eh?
Wow.
I wonder if this is... because there's no reference. This could have been in 1993. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But hopefully it wasn't recently. Anyways. Looks like somebody died.
Yeah.
The
funny. Likelihood is they just walked into the building and turned on the lights and that's what was there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, something just failed. Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone's scrambling looking for Jerry. He's supposed to punch out last night and he never did. Oh, no.
Squatting Slavs in tracksuits. Romantic.
I don't even get this shit.
Oh, this one's dumb too. Data. The captain cannot catch a break. Alexa, order 4 light bulbs. Ordering 5 light bulbs. Do you know that? Did you ever watch Star Trek?
I've only seen a few episodes.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he gets tortured by this Cardassian. He's like, how many light bulbs? And there's 4. And he's like, just tell me there's 5. And he's like, no. And it's this big dramatic acting shit.
Okay.
Important animal images.
Oh, well, that's somebody's supper for sure. Are those Kanye's new shoes?
Yeah.
Oh no, those are Nikes.
Nike loafer.
Oh god.
Cursed food.
Okay.
I don't get that one really.
That needs more explanation.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just a picture of food that makes you uncomfortable. It's weird.
Yeah.
The taste of Coke from this glass.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Must be an Eastern European thing. Worst by. Why are both sides of his mouth smirking? Face. Terrible. Squatting Slavs and
Took his face. Oh.
Slavs food porn.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is the classiest white trash thing I've ever seen in my life.
Gotta love it. Visiting Eastern Europe.
Wow.
Yeah. In the ghettos where I spent most of my days.
Yeah. Fuck, that would suck. Okay.
Yeah. Polish dog.
Polish dog.
Squatting Slavs in tracksuits again for the win.
I guarantee you that's out front of a clothing store.
Yeah. Come buy your galoshes here. Oh, yeah. Keyboard warrior final boss. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I've known a few of those people before.
Yeah.
That's like the best, like when you're trying to argue with somebody and really make a point. And then the worst one I ever got back was my friend just totally shut my argument down by just going, "Oh, excuse me, I think your caps lock is stuck." Because I was trying to yell over text. I felt like such a douche afterwards. I don't know how people who have had Facebook since it came out can stand to go back in time and look at the shit that they used to post. Like, that would make me consider jumping off a bridge every day. If I just told everybody what I thought, like, through social media constantly. Oh, my. Oh.
I'm really glad that I didn't do a lot of Twittering.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't go back. Like, they're going to go back and see, like, 5 status updates.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that can be taken out of context from 2009 or something.
Yeah.
Important images. There's some, that's just a straight hanger.
That was like whatchamacallit when I saw Shaq trying to get a bike done by Jesse James. And he wanted the handlebars way out like this, because he's like so tall and everything. And just James was like, "No, I can't let you do that." And he's like, "Why not?" He's like, What if someone comes in front of you in traffic? You'll never be able to turn. Like, even like your big arms will be all the way out here. He'll be turning like this. Like, it just, so he made him little tight ones right up at the top where because he can reach so far, right? So it's just like, instead of big hangers, they're just nubs. That'd be fucking hilarious. I'd laugh my ass off if I saw that guy riding down the street on that bike.
Crabs. Okay, I gotta blast these off. Important images. Oh, this one's hilarious.
It's a camera. That's great.
Yeah. It's probably a vet clinic. Oh, social dog stunts in Poland. I don't know why I shared this. I just thought it was important. Gary Busey posted this. And I was like, okay. Chef Secrets, no thanks. I don't microdose hot dogs. Cocktail weenies. That guy looks so pissy.
Yeah. No. Those are so gross, man.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Kurt Metzger. Nike does not endorse these Satan shoes with drops of human blood inside them. Nikes are made by God-fearing Uyghur slaves in China whose organs are harvested in a separate facility to prevent blood contamination. So don't go blaming this on Nike. Anyways, morbid.
Who cares about the shoes? Like,
I know. It's hilarious. That is just more shit.
Hold on. Can you just go back real quick? Did the devil just become scary again? Is that the next thing they're stealing from the 90s? Is that the devil is still like freak out your parents a little bit?
Doubt it.
Jesus.
No, it's just to get people bitching about something that doesn't matter.
Yeah, look at his contacts and shit. It gives a shit.
Ice cream or thermal paste? We don't know.
Hey, that's not bad. Some T1000 repairs.
9-year-old saying after saying bad morning and not here to the teacher.
Okay.
That would have been more like 15 or 18-year-old me.
Yeah.
Worst by.
Good Friday.
Hilarious.
That'd be a nice movie.
Oh, this is the last one. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're not ratting, satin.
Hell yeah. That was Nate's Memes of the Week, everybody. Good times. So I don't know. I'm going to hit this interview here, Luke. And then,
all right, man.
And thanks for
no problem
for coming out. And yeah, just hang up whenever.
Sure. We got some next time we do an episode of the What's the Deal. We're doing a different format that me and Devin have been working on, so we'll have you on. It'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, check out What's the DL, everybody.
All right. Catch you later, man.
Later. This episode of Nate's Memes of the Week was brought to you by...
Did you go from turning up amps to turning down thermostats? Did you go from lead singer to Jerry Springer? Have you gone from shredding strings to dreading things? Let everyone know that you're not a poser by purchasing a Dadcore t-shirt made by people who are definitely not posers.
Awesome. Coolio. So this is the world premiere of, and I think because I had to change everything around, my plan was, excuse me, everybody. My plan was to have Luke on for the whole show, but anyways, I had to change stuff around at the last minute there. But now we're at the part of the show where we have the world premiere of the new Julius Sumner Miller video. I sat down with my buddy Darren Ollinger last night, and it was a good-ass time, so check it out. Hi, everybody. I'm here today with my buddy Darren Ollinger. How's it going, pal?
Well, better now that you're referring to me as a buddy, Nate. I'm honored. Honored.
Well, of course. I've always considered...
We go way back, man.
We do. How far back do you remember?
Oh, God. That's tough to think about.
I know, mate. Right?
Did I ever have any, maybe distortion or distillery days?
Yeah, D2. That would probably have to be it.
Yeah, or maybe a Stetson run-in or two.
Stetson, sure, yeah. Yeah, I met Mark Russell at the Stetson.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. When he kicked the shit out of this dude that threw a bottle at us on stage.
Oh, Mark Russell. I was hanging out with Mark Russell like last weekend on his driveway at like 11 in the morning on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and we were just sitting there talking about life, and I was thinking how it struck me as amazing and awesome how we were just these wily kids up to no good 12, 13, 14 years ago. And now we're just the old guard of punk rock in Calgary, sitting on the porch, selling each other records and T-shirts. Like, we matter.
Yeah. It's like currency. You just pass it around.
Yeah. You're cool. No, you're cool. No, you're cool.
Yeah. Buy my record. No, okay, but you got to buy mine. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Awesome. So for people that don't know, you were the booker at the Ship for a long time.
Yeah, I booked there forever. Well, not forever. Since 2012 until pandemic hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not the booker there now, not because of anything I did, but a pandemic came and kind of shut down the old booking industry. So
yeah, they were forced to lay you off, in essence.
Yeah. Like, what are they going to pay me to not be there? That seemed weird. So yeah, had no ill will towards them at all. The only thing that sucks about it is I always imagined leaving. I always like to leave a job either on top and you get to dictate that you quit, or you get fired for some epic reason. So you have a good story about it. And I have none of those. I just have, there was a pandemic and I just don't have a job anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of that with this. It's like, oh, and then the world shut down.
Nothing I can do. Now I don't get paid. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Well, and then do you care to talk about your broadcasting career, what you do in that, or I can cut this
I work at a radio station in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, known as X92.9. I've worked there for over 14 years now. I'm the creative director. I write all the ads and promos and stuff like that.
Oh,
And back
rad.
many moons ago, they used to have a punk show on there, and I used to be the host of the punk show. So.
Were you with them since the beginning?
Yeah, I launched that bad boy. So.
Oh wow, cool. I remember
January 1st, 2007. Yeah.
Gotcha. I remember. I imagine most radio stations do this, but I was so pumped when X92 came out. There was no commercials for the first 3 weeks or something.
Yeah.
And then and you guys were playing Alice in Chains. And it was like the first time I had ever heard Alice in Chains on the radio, and I was like, "Fuck! Finally, man! Like, what's the hate?"
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty lawless back in those days, man.
Yeah. That 3 weeks of no commercials thing, that's just a loss leader to get people to
No, there's just because there's no commercials.
Oh,
you're brand new. No one's buying ads, right?
Right. Now I get it. That
and
makes
then so you make
sense.
it like a branding thing. Sorry for pulling the curtain open on how things work, man. But yeah, when a radio station is running a ad-free month or something like that, that's just because they're new and they don't have paid clients yet. So
Right, and probably numbers and stuff like that too.
Exactly.
to
So
get
once that's all
clients.
established, that's when the commercials come on. And that's
Sure.
how the people get paid. It's a simple little piece of capitalism. That's how it works, kids.
Cool. So we should talk about your band, Julius Sumner Miller.
Yeah, let's talk about them. Love them. Love this band. We've been doing this since 2013 now.
Look at y'all there. Look at you.
8 years, 4 records. Handsome guys. We
Look
all
at
like to
all
wear
these.
black t-shirts. It's great, man.
Do you care to introduce the rest of the band from you on the left?
Well, that's me on the left, and that's beside me is Scott Burton, the drummer, and then that's Sean Hamilton, co-founder Sean Hamilton. Beside him is Glenn Murdoch, and beside him is Monty, and he is the lead guitarist of the band.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's able to throw together a rad promo for the show this week. So.
Oh yeah, if you ever need design work, Monty is lightning fast, man, and very talented.
I actually do, and I'm gonna be. When I saw that, I was like, "Fuck, I gotta hit this guy up like now."
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best in the business, and he's local. So
Yeah, I think he does different mediums too, doesn't he? I saw he was like drawing, and then
Well, he did. We're releasing a video tonight. He didn't do that one, but he edited and filmed the last video we released. It's called Recurring Nightmare, and he did the whole thing himself from start to finish, from filming it to editing it to putting it out and making it snazzy with all the effects and stuff. So it's impressive how talented that man is, and I think all of us are absolutely blessed in a non-religious kind of term.
Yes.
To have somebody that cool and talented in a band with you. It's amazing.
Yeah, it seems like he kind of shot up too. It was like he was working some dumb job, and then he just started getting into the design and saw he was really good at it, and rocketed kind of, which is so good for him.
Yeah. It's the talent. The cream rises to the top, as Macho Man would say.
For sure, fucking A. So you guys put out a record this year, 2021. You put out a record? What the?
Yeah, we recorded it in April of 2020, dude. It's smack dab in the first wave of pandemic.
Nice.
And just dragged our feet on it too, just to see what was going on. And then it was like, this isn't getting better anytime soon. Let's just put this thing out, man, and move on.
Yeah. Where'd you guys record at? Where'd you track at?
We did tracking at OCL Studios over east there by Langdon in the old mansion.
I hear it's amazing in there.
Yeah, we moved in for 4 days and
that's so cool.
Had the best time, and it was what an experience, man. Like, recording albums is always fun wherever you are, but to get that experience on that driving that Cadillac, so to speak, is what a cool way to do things, man.
Yeah, no doubt. So do you think it made it, did it just make it cooler, or did it make it easier to be in such an awesome, grand facility?
Oh, everything. It was cooler. It felt more professional, not because other studios aren't, but it was very, there's no fucking around here. We got to get this done. You know what I mean? It's not some dude's basement or somebody's whatever, right?
Yeah.
And the the gear and the rooms are huge and the gear is impressive, and you're just like, oh, this is inspiring. And we were pretty practiced up on our songs, so we just went in there and tore off 12 bangers, and had Robbie Josh Gwillem record it with us, or track it, and he mixed it as well. And what an experience. Yeah, and it turned out amazing. Best record we've ever had. So
nice. Did you guys track live off the floor, or did you do the scratch track thing and then overdubs?
Drums and guitars off the floor at the same time, and then bass vocals and overdubs on guitars.
Yeah.
After that, that was the process. So.
Wow.
Because they did guitars before bass. I've never seen that before, so that was kind of different. But
yeah, bass is really, it's just a frequency. I mean,
it's just a half an hour, right?
Just give him one run through there.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Yeah.
And if you don't got it, I don't know, man. Maybe you should practice more.
Yeah, we got to go. Well, fuck,
yeah,
I'll tell you.
Yeah. We're spending how much money? Okay, you better hurry up, man.
Yeah.
We got backup vocals to
do. Awesome. So what's the name of the record?
Try It Out.
Cool. And everybody can find that on jsm.band, right?
Yeah, our Bandcamp. You can buy it there. We get vinyl. The digital is everywhere. So like your Spotify's and Apple Music and all that jazz. If you like to support local, you can go buy the record at Sloth or Blackbird. And
nice.
If you know me on Facebook, or you have the JSM, if you follow JSM, send us an email. If you live in Calgary, I'll drive it to your house, man.
Right, yeah.
Why not, man? It's
something
awesome.
to do.
It's an awesome way to connect with fans and hang out in people's lawns.
Yeah, totally. Wave from the end of the driveway. Hey,
yeah,
man.
right?
Here you go.
No joke. I've been doing that for like a month, and it's cool catching up with people you haven't seen in a year. And you pull the lawn chair up and you chat for 20 minutes. And that's something that would have never happened pre-pandemic. So there's a lot of weird, I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong, but there's a lot of weird plus things that have come out of this huge pandemic.
It comes up on the show constantly, like with almost every single one of my guests, where, I mean, there's a few, it's like 80-20, where there's the 20 who are like, this is shit and it's wrecked my life, which is probably just mostly me, but and then, but everybody else.
I just laughed at that. Sorry.
Well, no, and it hasn't. It's funny because I talked with Trevor, who's the next interview on the show, about it a bit, where it's cool to be able to, I was working like so much before, and it's cool to be able to, I wanted more time with my daughter. Well, now I'm her fucking teacher, so.
Right. Yeah. Careful what you wish for, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's it too, because I was working 2 full-time jobs basically.
Sure.
And I got 2 kids at home and a beautiful wife and a band. And at some point you're like, you don't realize how little time you have. And then you have all the time in the world and you're like, this is what it feels like. This is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So I'm really getting used to it.
Well, and if you can be pounding out records at the same time too, holy fuck, we're getting into ideal territory here.
Yeah. And your jams are more focused and your practicing is more focused because you're not worried about, let's just get the set list ready this time, because there's no shows to play, so who cares? So let's just write more new stuff.
Dude, that is what was fucking my band for years. It's like we would be working on a whole bunch of new material, and then I or anybody in the band would book a show. And it's just like, okay, well, drop that last like 3 months worth of work and let's go learn our old shit again.
Yeah, right.
And then it was this constant like trying to catch up. But anyways.
Yeah, so now it's like, I think we got 7 or 8, the workings of 7 or 8 new songs already. So like we're another hard month away from having another album written already because of this pandemic. So
hell yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, it's wicked. Productivity and positivity, I guess. You put them together, and what do you get? More punk rock records.
So we should watch this. Thank you, by the way, for letting the show be the world premiere of this.
World premiere.
Yeah. I do. I pride myself on trying when buddies put stuff out. I try to get a hold of them. Much like yesterday when I got a hold of you, I'm severely behind. I'm like, oh fuck, they're putting that out this week. You want to be on the show? Fuck.
Yeah, no, it's great. I thank you for paying attention.
Cheers.
It's nice to have some other vessel or outlet be interested in something like that, because it's fun as hell to make videos and just put them out on YouTube, but it's way more fun to have somebody else team up with you to make it a little more special, more interesting. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So
this is our new video. It's the third video off our new album. So wrap your head around that too, kids. Not only did we write a record, record it, put it out, and now we're in the midst of writing another record, but this is our fourth video that we've done in the pandemic.
Wow. Hell yeah.
One for our previous record called Red Dawn, and it's a banger. And then we did the first two singles off this record. We had videos for it. Now here's the third video. This one is called I Don't Believe in Anime, and the video is crazy. So if you're going to play it, let's do it, because it's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. We'll be right back.
I don't believe in anime. All the stupid things you see, like the Christmas light, the trees are springing and the ocean breeze. Don't believe in wonder, they are rubbish from the dead. It's like being German focus, they don't cross, it's like they're really great. Don't believe this is your stand, we're giving you a second chance. Like coming to one of these are asking for a cash again. Don't believe it's all or nothing, honest God is up to something. Nothing of the back is we're giving you a wedding ring. When I was young, I wanted to believe maybe one day things you said were true. Now I am aware this is not the case, and that's what I call a fucking waste. That's what I call a fucking waste. That's what I call a fucking waste. Don't believe in Jesus Christ, their tea is better when it's night. Like always love the party night, they're taking it up from the night. Don't believe in paying rent, they're counting with discussion check. They're saying what you really meant, they're getting up on arguments.
Hell yeah.
Told you, man. Pretty epic. Pretty freaking epic, man.
I Don't Believe in Anime? That's the title?
Yeah.
Why? I don't get it. Explain it to me. I'm
There's
stupid.
nothing to get. I write nonsensical songs
Okay,
sometimes.
good. I was trying to follow along there. I'm like,
that's just a
where is
list
he
of
going?
things that came. I was in Edmonton, up at the Buck in Edmonton. I was hanging out with my friend Sean Millard from the Old Wives, and we went out front to have a smoke, and there was this guy there, and he was having this total meltdown, and we asked him what was wrong, and he was crying because he said he's an animator and he loves anime, but his parents don't believe in him and they don't believe in anime.
Weird.
And he was like screaming it to the crowd. They don't believe in anime. And I thought, my God, what a funny thing to write about.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I sent that idea. Well, I sent Eric Dietrich from Solomon Record. He's the Solomon Media. He is the guy that did that video. And I sent him just the lyrics, and I was like, yeah, let's see what you come up with. And then he sends me that like 2 days later, and I was like, oh my God, that was the best. So,
holy shit, that was Eric?
Yeah.
Wild, man.
Yeah.
Wild, yeah. I imagine, yeah, interesting. His work must have had a break put on it, because he does, like, for people that don't know Eric from Solomon Media, he does, like, he would do the posters for the ship, right?
Yeah, I met him at the Stetson and New Black. He was doing all the posters for New Black on the website there.
Sure. And
then that shut down, and then he came, he does Dickens posters.
Yeah.
Ship posters, and I think he's done like videos for people. So.
Yeah, he's always been able to work remotely, so I'm sure he's probably okay. But
I think he lives in Victoria or in Nanaimo or something like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, check him out, Solomon Media. He did all the Metal Fest stuff too. All the Metal Fest art was him.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, killer. So JSM went to Pooza Fest back in the old times when we could travel. And
yeah, we played Pooza Fest 4 years in a row.
And explain to people what that is.
That's the biggest punk rock festival in Canada. It's like
in Montreal, right?
It's in Montreal, downtown proper. So for Calgary people to set it up, to wrap your brain around it, it would be like if Sled Island was just punk rock bands.
Nice.
So it's 6 or 7 venues at a huge main outdoor space, and for 3 days, and it's just from morning till 4 in the morning kind of thing. Bands.
That must be, how much of a blast was that? Jesus Christ. Any cool stories from going out there?
Oh, God. So many. And that was the first thing that got canceled on us, too, with the pandemic, right? Because we were supposed to go out there May last year. That lineup was crazy. Like Propaganda was headlining it and stuff like that. So.
Yeah,
it's just all the bands you see and the camaraderie. It's like any festival. You've all done it before, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much fun, man. You end up running into crazy rock stars doing crazy things, and you probably shouldn't tell stories about it. So.
Yeah, especially sometimes it's hard not to name names too. It's like, oh, I can figure out who that was.
Yeah.
I'll just go through
totally.
your pictures and okay.
But yeah, it's cool. It's really neat. It was really neat of them to say yes to us the first time. That was kind of a...
What year was that? 17?
16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. And then 20, we were supposed to go back and it got canceled.
That's so rad that they asked you that many times, man. It's really cool.
Well, the first time was just kind of like... The guys from Stomp run it, and I think it was just we asked, and I know the guys from Stomp because I used to book a lot of their bands at the Ship.
Sure.
And I was just like, hey, we're going to come out and party at your festival. Can you find us a slot? And they're like, yeah, man, we'll put you on at this cheeseburger venue at 2:30 in the afternoon that no one's going to watch. But we're like, well, who cares? That's going to be fun as hell.
Yeah, this is a trip for us. We're going to be here anyways. We already bought tickets.
So it was really neat. And then it turned out that they saw our hustle. The fact that we were willing to go out there and just play and tell people to come and stuff like that. And so every year they're always just like, yeah, come back. We want you to come back. And every year it's kind of cool because we get creep a little further up the poster and play a little cooler venue. We're open with a cooler with cooler bands and stuff like that.
Again, kids, listen, take notes. All right, this is how you fucking do it.
Yeah, you're not owed anything, kids. You just gotta go eat shit and eat shit forever and make
it fun.
Well, fuck you. What you know? What if you went and you flew to Montreal to go to that festival? That would cost you a plane ticket. So that's what I bought as a plane ticket. If you weren't in the band, you would have to pay the $300 festival wristband or something like that.
Sure.
And you get that for free when you play at the festival.
Now you're making money.
Now you get to go see every band you've ever wanted to see in your life, and it's so cool. It's punk rock bowl. It's always a week before punk rock bowling in Vegas, so the lineups always mirror each other because it seems to be those active bands are working the circuit every year. So
sure. Yeah, everybody, this keeps coming up on the show too. Like, everybody was so ready for 2020 to be like the fucking year.
Yeah.
It was like everybody was so set up, man.
It was, but we were going to hit the studio, put this album out, and then it was, let's tour the fucking world. We were talking to people and talking to people here and there and everywhere. You know what I mean? This was the time we're going to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
there's a side of me that I think that I'm glad it didn't happen, because it all would have been rushed and we all would have been busy, and you would have not given everything the service or the attention it needed. So now it's like, we got this record out, let's promote the fuck out of it, get eyes on us. And now we've actually, now when you come talking to somebody, they actually know who the hell my band is. So I think that really another COVID positive story.
Totally. Yeah, hell yeah. And sorry to be a bummer on your positive, but do you know if any of those venues have shut down that are on Poozza Fest?
Catacombs, the last one we played, they shut down before COVID.
Oh, right.
That's the metal one. You've probably been there at Catacombs before, right?
Yeah.
With all the skull pillars and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
totally. Yeah.
But like, I'm sure Fafoons is still there. That's a forever venue. So.
Yeah, isn't that owned by France or something? I was just saying, stay there forever.
Yeah, it's owned by
the
Vatican. By Labatt 50 and Export A Blue.
And isn't that a great venue? Holy shit! I wish we had one of those here. Fuck.
I don't think this town would know what to do with something that
awesome.
Epic, man.
I know. Yeah. Fuck.
This town would just be like, whatever. I don't like it.
Well, a place where you can party, and then another place where you can party, and then
we don't want to party. We just want to look like we know how to party. The first year we went there, we hung out at Foof's, me and our old guitar player Jordan, and we sat there, and it was so cheap. I think I told you this story, Nate, but it was so cheap. It was $2 bottles of Labatt 50 on the patio. You could still smoke on the patio back then. And we just sat there all day, and we were day drunk, and they gave us our tabs, and it's like, you owe me $18. This is the greatest place on earth.
I know, fuck. Yeah, smoke and drink? Oh my God.
Yeah.
And everybody bitches that they're like, oh, they're so social. They're the most socialist in Canada. It's like, what? You can do whatever the fuck you want there, basically. When it was open.
I think you can get away with a ton of shit. A lot of people just don't care. It's not.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of fun to be had there. But that being said, every time I go to Montreal, I've been to Montreal a lot in my life, probably, let's say 15, 16 times. But every time I go to that beautiful city, I'm going there just to have fun and hang out with friends for 3 or 4 days. So I don't spend enough time to find out how much of a shithole it probably is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get the politics or how shitty the transit system is or how stupid the roads are.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you came to Calgary for 3 days and party, you'd think it was the greatest city on earth because you never got introduced to Jason Kenney yet or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Well, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for playing the video.
No problem.
I'm going to say, if you guys like what you heard, and I know you're going to like what you heard because that song is awesome, the video is awesome, Nate's awesome. Mm-hmm. With our powers combined, go buy some records, please, because we're selling a lot of them, but I could always sell more, and your interest is appreciated. So thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Like, everything's dicey for everybody right now, so this is a way you can support local artists and
And no joke, I'll totally deliver to your house.
Within Calgary or maybe Airdrie.
Well, if you Airdrie, I'll hit up. I've done a High River run, so Calgary and area.
High River, shit. I'll have to get one out in Bowness.
Yeah, that might as well be Airdrie, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Awesome. So go to jsm.band. I wanted to ask you really quick, how did you pull that off on Bandcamp? They let you change your thing instead of jsm.bandcamp.com? You could do jsm.band?
Well, you're asking the wrong guy.
Oh, okay. I thought that was so cool. I was like, fuck, I've never seen that before.
I think Dean Rudd from Meter Records, our label, he was the guy that set that whole thing up.
Oh,
you can also go to
cool.
meterrecords.com and order our album too if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. Meteor Records, right on.
Yeah.
We'll have links for all that in the description below too. So,
but yeah, thanks for that. I didn't really think my Bandcamp URL was baller, but now I'm going to notice it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody else with that, and to get the JSM too, it seems like you're in a new early part of the internet again, where it's like somebody's gonna buy up all those .bands.
Yeah, Steve1 at yahoo.com. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cheers, homie. We'll see you soon.
Right, buddy. Thanks, man.
I'm still here. Button's not working. Still here, I swear. Oh my gosh. I'm asking my computer to do a lot. That was a good conversation, eh? Don't you think? Darren's a good guy. Thanks a lot to him and JSM for coming on the show. Next, I sat down with my pal Trevor Welsh. He started making things during the pandemic. So check that out. Hi, everybody. I'm here today with my friend Trevor. How's it going, man?
It's awesome. No complaints. It's good.
Cool.
Yeah.
My pal Dave turned me on to the fact that you've been making... Well, actually, let's start. We know each other just from me doing sound and you playing.
Yeah.
In Gnosis. That's probably the furthest we go back, right? Is that band?
Yeah. Gnosis. Long time back.
What year did that band start?
2004.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's early.
Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure 17 years now. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2004 was when we started.
Cool. And what other projects you got going on?
I'm still in Bazaraba, which is, kind of on hiatus from COVID. And Gnosis is still playing. We pretty much have a whole new album written, which is awesome. And then I'm playing drums in a band with my best friend Becky. She plays guitar, and we're called Andromedan Earth Energy. And it's like spacey, kind of just like groove rock.
Nice.
Yeah.
So in Gnosis you play guitar and Bazaraba as well, right?
Yeah. I play guitar and sing in Gnosis and in Bazaraba, and in Andromeda and Earth Energy I'm playing drums, which is awesome because I've always wanted to beat the drums. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is that a newer, like, is that during quarantine, I guess, that you guys?
Yeah, like we actually just kind of started, like we've known each other for a long time and we've played music together for a long time, mostly just like acoustic guitars and stuff. And but some of my my amps and stuff made their way into her basement, and she has a drum kit, and she plays electric guitar. And so it's probably like, I don't know, like last month we just started kind of jamming, and I was on drums and she was on electric guitar, and I was like, man, this actually sounds good. We should start this as a band. And so we were like, yeah, let's do it. So we started a band. We actually even have a song. It's awesome.
Nice.
Like we jam, once a week if we can, and because we both have kids and stuff. So but it's awesome that we can just get together and play music and start writing stuff. So
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm excited about it because I've always wanted to play the drums. I know like 3 beats, so
That's enough, sir.
Yeah, man, I can do 3 beats.
3
Yeah.
beats, 3 chords. Fuck,
Yeah,
you do your own
that's
record.
all you need. Yeah, I can do some halftime.
Some backbeat.
Yeah, I can do a party beat.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's
I can do the party
over.
beat and the beat from Susie Q.
I've seen guys do that at parties and just people lose their mind.
Yeah, right. It's the party beat.
Cool. So let's talk about this rad pedal company you started, Deathfly Effects.
Yeah.
What's the origin story there?
Well, basically, I just I a lot of pedals, and I just got kind of I didn't want to spend so much money on pedals anymore. And the other thing too is you'd go and you buy a pedal, and you'd take it home. You'd try it out in the store and sound cool. You'd take it home, and then it's like, don't really like this, and then you just drop like a couple $100 on a pedal, and then you sell it, and then you'd buy another one. And it's like this never-ending quest. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna not buy pedals, and I'm gonna start making my own. So I just learned how to make pedals. Like I didn't even know how to solder. I went out and bought a soldering iron, and I just went on the internet and just started digging and finding simple circuits, like the one knob fuzz pedals that had 5 components. And that's how I started, with just really simple stuff, and learning to solder, learn to make sure everything's grounded properly. And then after I got the one pedal to work, I just started challenging myself and finding other circuits. And and then I learned about modifying circuits and what to modify, like what you can modify to give it more gain, or different tone sounds. And it just kind of took off from there. And then I made a one knob fuzz that I thought was really rad, and then a couple of my friends asked me to make them one, and so I was like, all right, I'll make you some pedals. And then it just kind of took on a life of its own. Like I was actually in a pub with my friend Becky, and she was like, dude, you need to start making pedals. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I do. So I actually stole her tattoo and used it as my logo. And
nice.
yeah, that Deathfly, she actually got that tattooed on her arm. And and then I just kind of started making pedals, but I didn't really take it too seriously as a business. It was more like a hobby. And then in October of this year, I actually kind of, September, October, that's when I was like, I really actually want to do this as a business. So I changed the way I did things, just like I started etching my enclosures just to give them like their own unique look. And I started actually etching my own PCB boards. And then recently, though, I actually started getting my PCB boards manufactured because it just saves a lot of time. And, so I have like manufactured boards. I have a really awesome guy that I met through Instagram in Austria. He's called Moon Electronics. And basically, like, I give him all my schematics, and he does all the layout design for me on the board. I tell him, like, these are my measurements. This is what I, where I want it to fit. And he designs me the boards, sends me the files. I send the files to a factory in China, JLPCB, that pretty much everyone uses. And then within a week, I've got my test boards. And then if they're good, I order the PCBs, and, like a week later, you get them. It's awesome. And it makes manufacturing the pedals a lot quicker, having these manufactured boards. So,
yeah, sure. And do you have to order 1 million at a time, or can you just order?
No,
100?
you can order anywhere from 5 to 1 million. The more you order, the cheaper it is, though.
Sure.
Like I think the last for my Alchemist, I just ordered 200 boards, and I think it was about $60 with shipping. I think it was like $25 for the boards, and then like $25 for shipping.
Yeah,
it
nuts.
was, and it's American prices, so it was like about $60. So, but I'll usually when I get the test boards, if it's all good and everything works, I don't need to make any changes, I'll just order a couple hundred, and then I've got them, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's have a look at your website here.
Oh yeah, my Big Cartel.
The Big Cartel.
Yeah, that is my Big Cartel.
So you started making your own picks.
I got those made for me. I ordered them.
Oh, they're 1 mils.
Yeah, they're 1 mils.
That's thick.
Yeah. Well, I I beat my guitar. Like I play it pretty heavy, and I just always liked the 1 mils. But these ones are actually, it's funny because they don't feel as thick as a regular 1 mil, and they've got a little bit of flex to them, and I actually really like them. So I am actually going to get some thinner ones too, and maybe some jazz style, because a few people have asked about jazz style picks, and then a 0.76 millimeter too. So eventually I'm going to have different sizes too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then should we talk about the Methuselah 1?
So basically, like, the only difference between Methuselah 1 and 2 is I did 2 different styles of etching. So like the first style is kind of more like a clean. It's, more clean and, clean, right? And then the second style, what you're looking at now, that is actually how I like to do the majority of my pedals. It's almost like, like a road worn guitar. It's like a road worn pedal. So I etch the pedal, and then, I with the chemical, and then I clean it all up, and then I paint it, and then I sand it down. And basically, like, I just sand it until I get the look that I like. And the one thing that I really like about doing this is not one of my pedals looks the same. Like, every single one is different. So, that one may look like that, but you may get another one that's got a little more black in it, and it's faded in different spots. So, because I do it all by hand, like everything I do myself. So like nothing comes out the same. Even when you're etching, like the chemicals, if you leave it in for, 30 seconds more than another one, it might etch it a little deeper. It might, go a little bit into the letters. It's really, I really love etching because it is kind of unpredictable sometimes. And then like the more you use your chemical, the weaker it gets. So you might have to etch, one enclosure for 1 minute and 30 seconds, but by the time you've done 10 boxes, it might take 5 minutes to etch, your last one. And it
very cool.
And for me too, it's just kind of like, pedals aren't cheap. And I always used to wonder, like, why are these pedals so much money, like a couple $100 for a pedal? And then I started making them, and I realized why it is a couple $100 for a pedal, because there's a lot of work that goes into these things.
Well, yeah, and it's not huge. It's not some massive thing too. Like if something's smaller, it's harder to work on. It's like more work to work on something smaller.
Yeah, and the thing is too is like, I make these on my kitchen counter in my apartment. Like I don't have a team of people that are assembling boards, and I don't sub out my enclosures to someone else to get them to make them for me. Like I do it all myself.
Yeah, cool.
And it's just I kind of like, when I decided to actually start selling, I just thought, I think it would be really cool to give people something different. So when you buy a pedal from Deathfly Effects, that your pedal is not going to look like anybody else's.
Yeah, sure.
It might look similar, but that's your pedal. It's unique,
Yeah, cool.
So.
Oh, and then you got the mask here for $15.
Yeah, I'm actually out of those.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, let's switch over to here again. The Beccolo Tromolo.
Yeah, that's just that's my version of the Color Sound Tremolo. It's a really old circuit. Color Sound made a lot of really cool pedals, and I thought it was a really rad circuit, and I took it and I made a few changes. Like in the original circuit, the speed dial, it wasn't really the greatest, so I messed around with that, and I changed some values, and I changed the pot value, and now it's like a lot more reactive, so you get a lot more speed. Like variation in speed, and the same with the depth. The depth was kind of not the greatest either, so I did the same with that. And then I actually made that so the eyes flash with the effect.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Easy Rider.
Yeah, that's my reverb, and that's just a really rad reverb. Again, it's like a lot of pedal builders, what they do is they basically just take old circuits that have been around forever, and then they just kind of like do their own thing with them. And I really, really, really wanted a reverb pedal, and I wanted to make one, and I spent a lot of time making different reverbs and, just like looking for different circuits. And I found this circuit from a company that was around a long time ago, and they don't even make pedals anymore. And so I use this circuit, and it's like just the coolest reverb. Like the feedback, you can crank it and you'll get like all this oscillation and, go into like spacey sounds and stuff. So I'm actually going to be making some more of those soon.
And I see they're about $180, $200, somewhere in that area.
Yeah. Like I try to keep my pedals too in an affordable range, like my one knob there, this is the Alchemist. Yeah.
Oh,
and this is it's a different pedal. And this is all Canadian prices too, right? Because a lot like this, sorry, I got stuck there. When I price the stuff out, it's really hard to come up with a price sometimes. So I try to like take into consideration, all the components and then all the work. And then I kind of look around on the internet and I see like, what are other people charging for a similar pedal? And so I kind of try to price it, kind of in the middle, of what they're all charging.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I do my market research and see what other styles like that. The Alchemist is an octave fuzz. The octave is a green ringer, and then the fuzz is basically like a rat that I've done some modifications to, and I've modified the ringer circuit as well. It's like a doom machine. It's an awesome pedal. And the other thing too is I use all my pedals. Like anything I make is on my board.
Very cool.
So that's the thing too, is it's like I don't want to ever make something that I wouldn't use myself or have on my board. So
have you found then, have you used that opportunity to do R&D? Like have you changed the pedal like you're using it?
Yeah, like that Alchemist, I must have spent like 5 months, 6 months almost, really like tuning that thing and experimenting with different components and getting different sounds until I finally had a sound I like. Even like my one knob, I recently made some changes to that too. And it sounds really, really good now. It sounded good before, but it was a very like low and gritty and dirty fuzz, and a lot of guys liked it, but I got some really great feedback and they were like, dude, I love this pedal, but it's just so low. I kind of only use it in certain songs. So, if you could do something to, maybe cut the lows. So I just added a tone cap switch. So you can still have the low, you flick the switch and it gives you a different tone cap. And then it just filters those lows out, lets your highs go in. Because I used that one knob when I played bass in Row of Giants. Like that was my main fuzz for bass. And I used it in Gnosis as well for guitar, but adding that tone cap switch actually really brought like that pedal to a whole other level. It really opened it up for guitar, and all the people that have bought the new version have just been like, man, this is like my main fuzz now. They're like, adding that switch was amazing. So
sure, very cool.
So I do listen to people too, like that's important. Like if you get a bunch of people saying the same thing, it's like, all right, well, what can I do then to retain that original sound of the pedal, but also give it a little bit more diversity. And people will tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you say, if you hear it over and over, there's something going on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a few people too that I always basically like give my pedals to test.
Sure.
And just to get their feedback, just guys that I really like, Aiden from Flashback and Russ from Stab Twist Pull.
He's probably got one of each, eh?
Russ?
Yeah.
He's got a few. Yeah. Yeah. And Aiden's got a couple too, like he asked me to make him a special pedal, and I made him a special pedal, and he bought one of my one knobs, and he was one of the guys that was telling me like, dude, he's like, this thing's rad, but I only use it for certain parts. So, if you could do something to make it more guitar friendly, that would be awesome. So I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so then oh, come on. There we go.
That's the DF1. That was the very first.
That's the one knob.
Yeah, that's the one knob. That was my very first pedal that I made.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'd like to hear that on my bass.
Yeah, I have a few. So
nice.
when I'm out ripping around, I'll drop one off for you to check out.
Very cool. So that what was this site again?
It's Deathfly Effects Big Cartel, or if you just type in Big Cartel Deathfly Effects. I'm not good with website addresses.
Yeah. Just Google it. Fuck.
Yeah, or you can go to my Instagram, which is @DeathflyFX. I know that one for sure. And then you can click on the link tree in the bio, and there is a link to my Big Cartel. So
watch this. I'm gonna do some live editing here. We're gonna go at. I should have just done this from the beginning.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's my Instagram.
There we go. Done. All right. Very cool. Awesome. So I saw that you recently did a collab with some friends here in town.
I did.
The old drug sauna guys.
Yeah. Because Corey actually I've made a few pedals for him too. I do like custom stuff for friends, and if anyone wants something, they can always ask me and I'll make it for them. And then he asked me if I would do a pedal for Drug Sauna. So we spent a good, like 4 months kind of going back and forth with circuit ideas, and he would come up with an idea and I would be like, yeah, I can do that, or that's not going to happen. Like I can't fit that in the box, right?
You want 5 tubes in this thing? Like, come on.
Yeah, like it's funny though, because there's it's like some people you just don't understand. Like, there's not a lot. There's only so much room in that box, and you really gotta think about how you're laying things out and how much components are in there. Like it's hard. You can't put like a harmonist and a fuzz in the same box. It's just too much. Well, you could, but it's a lot of work, right? So, but yeah, we came up with a really rad circuit, and then did some art design there. And once we kind of finalized things, we just kind of decided on, like how many of these are we going to make? And, because I usually do kind of smaller runs. I usually make, 10 pedals and then I release them. And, so we decided we were going to do 25, and Dino and him got number 1 and 2. So that left 23 pedals. And we've sold, or they have sold, because basically what it is like I basically make them the pedal and they sell them.
That's a good piece of merch.
Pardon me?
That's a good piece of merch for a band.
Yeah,
pedal?
Pretty much, right? Like it's because like a lot of bands do collab pedals. Like Bong Ripper did that one with Fuzz Rocious. They did that parallel distortion, and that was a really rad pedal.
Cool.
So I did one with drugs on it, and we did the Sonic Doom, and it is because I really do like the octave fuzzes, so it is an octave fuzz.
Gotcha.
It's like basically it is your rat ringer combination, only like it's like you can turn your rat on and the octave is on all the time, so you can't turn it off. And then I put in an octave gain. It's kind of like an octave gain control / boost. So when you hit this button, it just like drives the octave and gives it a lot more gain. Like it's kind of like a boost.
Amp exploder.
So, yeah, it's cool because you can use it on bass and you can use it on guitar.
Cool.
Yeah. So and they've sold up to sold like 14 now.
Nice.
There's like 7 left. We're up to serial number 018.
Wow. Very cool.
So I've been going for the last couple of weeks because like I had put out it's like 3-week build time, right? Because you do have to order components, and it does take me time to etch the enclosures, and when you're doing 16, 17 enclosures and 17 boards, and it does take some time to do. So when you're a one-man army.
So was that just you and Dino and Corey drinking one night, or?
No, it was just because like I said, I'd made Corey some stuff before.
It's based off that one that you did for Corey.
Well, I made him a reverb and then I made him an OCD. But this pedal is a totally different circuit. He asked me if I would make a drug sauna pedal for them, and I was like, yeah, I'll make you guys a pedal. And he's like, yeah, we want to sell them. And I was like, all right, cool, well, we can do that. So yeah, I'm super happy about it. Like it sounds really awesome, and it's been getting really good feedback, and the first 15 are going to be shipping out April 2nd.
So there we go.
There it is. Yeah.
The Sonic Doom. I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for those that don't know, Drug Sauna is a two-piece that plays out of a van.
And they only play out of a van.
Yeah.
It's a stage on. It's like a stage on wheels, right?
Yeah, two-piece. That makes sense. And is that the one? The van door, like it comes? It's like comes straight up.
Yeah, it's like a big gull-wing door.
Sure.
Yeah, it just pops right up. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
It's a pretty awesome van.
Yeah. Well, that's great, man. I don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about this eve? Anything I missed?
No, I think you really got it all. I just thank you for having me. This is awesome because I've always wanted to be on one of your shows. So
yeah, no, very cool.
Made my night. Thank you. I appreciate this.
Well, and thanks to Dave for bringing you up because it's hard to keep track of everybody, right? Like, some people are doing things, some people aren't. It's like, So when he was like, "Oh, Trevor with his pedals," and I was like, "Oh, fuck, man, yeah, of course."
You know that is one thing though that is really cool right now that I've noticed is, like a lot of people have been like, "Oh, COVID, horrible," but it's like for me, it's been the best year of my life, even like I lost my job and, in July, I hopped on my motorcycle and rode across the country.
Wow. Cool.
Came back in August. I pretty much had a nervous breakdown in September, had to go to the hospital, got out of the hospital. And I was just like, fuck this, man, I'm making changes. And that's when I was like, I'm going to make pedals and I'm going to do something good, and it's actually, like, it's been an up and down year, but it's been an awesome year. And I guess I get distracted. But what I was going to say is it's just been really cool to see over this last year how people have been reinventing themselves and they've been losing their jobs, but they're creating their own jobs. They're chasing their dreams. They're going after what they really want to do. And, they're actually getting to know who they are. Like it just seems like everyone's really starting to figure out who they are because we've had this year where a lot of us haven't really worked and we've had time to spend alone and work on ourselves and feel like, what is important in life and what do I really want to do for a job? And I know a lot of people are starting to create their own businesses right now. And I think that is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I always was like, fuck, I have to work so much and and I just want to be at home. I just want to, I have a little daughter. Like you do too, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still working a lot. Like making pedals does take a lot of time, but it is nice.
You can do it at home. You're doing it.
I do it at home, and I can take my kids to school and I can pick them up. And like I had my daughter today helping me fold boxes. She just wanted to help. She's like, "Can I help you?" And I'm like, "Do you want to fold boxes?" And she's like, "Yeah." So she put together all the pedal boxes. So and even my son sometimes populates the boards for me.
Nice. See, kids love that shit. Kids want to feel useful, right? So if you can high five them and be like, "Oh man, that helped out so much. Thank you."
And it's just doing something with your kids. Like I remember when I was a kid and I asked my dad, Dad, can I help you? And he'd be like, "If you want to help, stay out of the way." That was the era we grew up in.
Yeah, or you're handing him wrenches and he's just losing his mind. Fuck, remember that shit used to happen? Not 9 mil. He's just like flipping
7/8.
Yeah. I said 9/16. Listen, get the shit out of your ears.
Yeah, metric one goes ripping by your head, right?
Dad, sorry, I got bit by the dog on the farm earlier.
Yeah, but yeah, it is nice to be able to spend time with your kids too, and
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
and like my, for example, my wife, it's mandated that she has to work from home now, so it's like, oh my god, like we're all here.
Yeah,
like she hated work because it was like, I have to sit on a fucking smelly bus an hour each way with all these fucking people jammed in like a sardine.
Yeah.
Been requesting to work from home for fucking years.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, you have to. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Thank you.
It is pretty cool because it is changing the way that things are done, like it's just proven now that people can work from home and still be productive. So really, what is the need for all these office spaces and stuff? Like, I guess there's a lot of vacancies now.
Well, and dude, they were still building them. They're still building. What are they building this for?
I know.
I don't get it. Like,
yeah,
all in Calgary, still you see all these cranes and shit. And it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
What are they like? Who's gonna go into those?
Yeah,
buildings?
like the oil companies left. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah,
it's like Amazon said no, or they went to Balzac or whatever.
Is that where they went? I didn't.
Well,
I'm so far out. I'm so far out of the loop. I don't have cable. I don't watch the news. Like,
I think I was confusing two things there. Like, they have a shipping center out in Balzac, but they were gonna have they were gonna take like a whole tower, for their like North American operations. And then didn't happen at the last minute. Anyways, So yeah, interesting times.
Yeah, it's good times. It's good for us all. I think we all needed this.
Yeah, in a weird way, I think.
In a weird way, like, I don't mean to be morbid. I just think it was something that we all kind of needed, just a bit of a wake up call, just to realize what is important and who is important, to us.
Well, and just a slowdown in general.
Yeah. Learn some patience.
Yeah,
you have to wait in that lineup to get into Staples now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just Boxing Day. So I've noticed that a lot of people are a lot more patient now.
Now, if the city of Calgary could just make the lights so they're not like stop signs, I will be so happy.
Yeah.
There we go. There's my dinner table talk, bitch. All right. Very cool, Trevor.
Cool.
Thanks for your time, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was awesome. I enjoyed it.
And I don't know. See you when you play Second Life or something.
You know what? It'll
show.
be back soon.
Yeah, I think so. It's gonna come.
Yeah, it's gonna come back.
Then I'm gonna have to pre-tape my whole entire show when it comes back. But that's cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I sure do miss seeing bands.
Yeah,
and playing.
Totally.
It's
All right. Peace.
Cool. All right.
I'm still here. There I am. Oh, shit. Whoops. That was fun, eh? Trevor's a good guy. Making pedals, doing shit. Everybody go do whatever the fuck you want. That's what's up. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you all for telling 900 friends about this show so that they watch every Friday. Thanks for doing that. I want to thank the Pizza Police. Go to Airdrie, buy some plants. Come on. They're the best plants, at least within Airdrie, for sure. Go check out Moon Griffin again. Yeah. Hey, we had fun, eh? We got to watch a whale explode. That really happened. We got to see some Pizza Police. Yeah, some Julius Sumner Miller. Good times. So now I think I figured this out last week. We're going to go Ray Dickens. We're going to go dance. I'm just typing it in here now. And I'm going to do it much better this time because I'm going to play the credits first. So watch these credits. They're good. It took me half an hour to put them together. Well, probably less. Probably 10 minutes. Anyways, love you all. Peace. Thanks for watching. Restream just said we just received 100 messages. That's amazing. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, if you like, share, subscribe, all that stuff helps. You can do it for nothing. Tell your friends to do that stupid shit too. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but it helps out a lot. And this is really fun to do this. Thank you all for watching. There's been a bunch of hardcores here the whole time, and the numbers are getting better. So thanks, everybody. Cheers.